Well, it sure was nice to see Zach Eflin this afternoon. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Phillies Sensitive Media, and today we're going to recap this afternoon's spring training game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Yankees as the Phillies defeat the Yankees by a final score of 5-3 as Zach Eflin makes his spring debut. Bryce Harper goes deep again, second time in 2 days. Just awesome. Now, guys, before getting into this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this.
This video is also brought to you by All Things Phillies. All Things Phillies provides daily game video highlights from the game. So please go subscribe to his channel, link in the description section.
So a great victory out of the Phillies today, beating those New York Yankees. It's nice to see Zach Eflin again making his spring debut. It looked very, very good. And Cam Bedrosian there in the top of the ninth inning also looked very, very good to close out the game. So a great job, great win this afternoon. It's a solid win here in spring training, of course. As you pick up the scoring summary here in the bottom of the third inning, Jean Segura homers on a fly ball to left field. His first of the spring as the Phillies now lead it 1-0. So the win definitely got a hold of that. And a way back there, to left field. That ball was absolutely destroyed. Jean Segura, not known for being a power hitter, of course, but he definitely got good wood on that one. But as I said, the wind definitely was blowing out to left field significantly today in Clearwater, Florida. And it definitely helped the ball get out. I think that ball probably would have been gone anyway, but it definitely, helped it go much, much further than it probably would have. And the Phillies now lead it 1-0. So Jean Segura is a guy that definitely, he's going to have the eyes on him this year, right? Another year of Jean Segura, here starting at second base, a guy that puts the ball in play a lot. So hopefully he can have a strong 2022 campaign. No question about it. He's definitely been a solid player since joining the club in 2019. And we pick it up here in the same inning. Mickey Moniak does it again, ladies and gentlemen. He's been very, very hot, as we all know, as he doubles on a line drive to center field out to Andy Inciarte, of course, former Atlanta Brave. That's his Moniak's third double of the spring already. And Bryson Scott also is red hot, comes around to score as the Phillies now lead it 2-0. Apparently there's been some talk, especially with Odubel Herrera not going to be ready for opening day with the oblique, injury, that Mickey Moniak and Matt feeling a little platoon out there, righty-lefty, which I really, really like, and I think that could work. Mickey Moniak, assuming he keeps this up over this next, less than a week now, I definitely would, consider that definitely a good idea. No question about that, right? Definitely, it would be kind of nice to have some young guys out there. That would just be great, right? You got a, first-round pick in 2016 and Mickey Moniak, which I just love, right? I just love to see, homegrown talent develop. I'm not going to say this guy's going to be anything, great. Of course, he is a first-round pick, but it's taken this guy a while to get ready. His defense definitely something very, very good. No question about that. But, I love to see this. Mickey Moniak definitely, swinging the bat. Well, why not Mick? Why not Mick, right? I've heard that come back into the conversation. Same inning, Nicholas Castellanos singles on the line trying to left field. Mickey Moniak comes around to score as the Phillies now lead it 3-0. So Nick Castellanos does it again, drives in another run. This is a guy that batted in 100+ runs last year. So he's planning on doing it again this year. No question about that. This is a power hitter that's going to hit the ball over the wall. He's got a very, very violent swing, and he does it again right there on the RBI single. Nice, stroke to left field. 3-0 Philadelphia. And then we pick it up in about a fifth inning. Bryce Harper does it again, ladies and gentlemen, as he homers on a fly ball to right center field. The exit field over 100+ miles per hour. That ball was absolutely just an absolute rocket. So he crushed that one. A 2-run shot also scores Rhys Hoskins. Harp's fourth of the spring already. Second in 2 days. As the Phillies now lead it 5-0. So the MV3 looking strong, right? This is a guy that's going to try to defend his NL MVP award, and he's already doing it here in the spring. He's already doing it. He looks unbelievable. He just looks unbelievable. He looks good. He looks healthy, and he's taking a lot of hacks. You know that he's not giving it 100% here in the spring. There's just no question about that. I definitely think he's trying, but you know that the coaches and, the management's telling, hey, tone it down a little bit. Spring training, of course, you're pretty obvious, right? He's not really playing for anything. Of course, he's, a guy that's getting paid $25 million a year, signed a mega, 13-year, $330 million contract in 19. This guy has nothing to worry about going into camp. What does he have to lose? Of course, you want to play well, even if the games don't mean anything. You want to go out there, and put on a good production. You want to, go into the regular season healthy and ready. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really mean a whole lot. If he comes out of the spring, hitting 220, I mean, not really that big a deal. Not really that big a deal. So he just looks so healthy and just so good. I'm just so excited about Harp. So 5-0 Phillies. So we pick it up here in the top of the 7th inning as Tim Lisato grounds out to second base, and Ronald Guzman comes around to score as the Yankees get out again on the board. Now a 5-1 ball game. So an RBI ground out right there off the Dylan Maples. So at 5-1, Phillies, they still lead in the same inning. Ender Inciarte grounds out to second, and Tim Lisato comes around to score as it's now a 5-2 ball game. So the Yankees get 2 runs here in the top of the 7th inning on RBI ground outs. So not really that big of a deal. I'm not really going to talk too much about this. This is off of Dylan Maples, so not really a name you're going to be seeing. So I'm not really too upset about it. I mean, soft contact. It's spring training nevertheless. So win is a win. Also, of course, we do win this game. Then in the top of the 8th inning, Miguel Andujar doubles on a fly ball to left center field, and Rob Brantley comes around to score former Phil. That was Andujar's second double of the spring, as the Yankees now go a little bit closer to a 5-3 ball game. Now be your final 5-3, your final score. That was off of Micah Kelly, also another name you're not going to be seeing, so not that big of a deal. But Zach Eflin looked great today. We'll get to that in a little bit, as Kyle Schwarber at a leadoff spot goes hitless, but he collects a walk, right? So this is another guy in this team that has the ability to see the baseball and draw a good amount of walks. So he has great play discipline. There's no question about that. And he doesn't look anything spectacular so far this spring. No question about that. Only hitting 158, but he's still drawing the walks, getting on base, which I love. So you just love to see that. Rhys Haskins, collecting a hit today, also scoring a run on the Bryce Harper 2-run home run. So that was nice to see. Finally, collect a knock. And Bryce Harper, the only one hit was a big one, right? That rocket to right field. The 2-run shot also scored. Haskins, of course. And there's another day, another homer for Harp. So this guy is just seeing the ball very well right now. Of course, he's going against some guys that you wouldn't be seeing in the regular season, but it's still, his swing looks good. He looks good. He looks healthy. He looks ready to go out there and play. He just looks like he just clicked pause after game 162 last year, and now he just hit resume. It's just basically the same thing we saw last year, which you love to see. Hopefully another MVP. That would just be wonderful. Even if he doesn't win, it'd just be great to have him put up another MVP caliber season, like he did in 2017 before he was hurt, and like he would have continued doing if he had not gotten hurt. And Nick Castellanos also collecting that knock today in the line drive RBI single to left field. So we talk about it every single time, right? This guy has a violent swing, that violent one-handed finish. So collecting a ribby today in that RBI single. JT Muto also collecting now today, getting the start behind home plate, which you love to see. I mean, this is a guy that definitely needs to pick it up here in 2022. I'm looking forward to seeing what he has to do. And Diego Gor's cooling off a little bit, goes hitless today. Still look good so far this spring. He's looked a little bit better defensively. He just looks more healthy. He just looks in a more healthy spot than he was last year. I mean, even though he hasn't set the world on fire the past couple of days, he still looks worlds better than he did last year, which is still a big positive. You could take Gene Segura. The only one hit today was an absolute bomb out to left field that the wind really just got a hold of. I mean, no disrespect to Gene or his power ability, which isn't really much, but that ball definitely was carried by the wind significantly. It still would have went out though. It still would have went out, no question about that. So Gene Segura, the solo shot. Bryson Scott, I don't even know anymore. He's got another 2 knocks today. What has gotten into this guy? I'm not even that surprised. I'm surprised. I mean, why in the world should I be surprised? Another 2 knocks today. He hits the ball hard. He gets the ball to all fields. He provides great range wherever he plays. I mean, not just short. I mean, even the third. Also scoring one of the Phillies 5 runs today. He looks unbelievable. Now batting .550 with 1,440 OPS. So this guy is just on fire right now. There's no question about that. Mickey Moniak also with the RBI double today. I mean, he's hitting the ball hard. That ball was hit off the wall. He wasn't that far from pushing one out of the ballpark again. So he just continues to stay hot. He's hitting .304 with 1,130 OPS. And this is a guy that started off this spring pretty lousy. I mean, if I would have talked to you, probably 8 days ago, I'd be like, Mickey Moniak, he's been just doing terrible. But he's had a great week. He had a great week, and that's why he's in the conversation of platooning with Vierling, and the Duper Herrera injury definitely has helped him significantly. Some injuries now on this team, right? With Jose Alvarado with the neck, Double Herrera, Sam Coonrad. I mean, we've definitely been, dealing with the injury bug, so far early in the spring. It's definitely been annoying, especially, with guys like Zach Wheeler, things of that nature. But luckily, he is going to be starting this weekend. I'll talk about that a little bit later. And Zach Eflin, 3 2/3, didn't allow any hits, and of course, he didn't allow any runs. 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. So just great. I mean, he could have asked for a better spring debut. I mean, he doesn't have the greatest stuff in the world, but he knows how to work with it. Typical nice, Zach Eflin, type start today, only going 3 2/3. But I mean, of course, as the spring goes on, and we only have less than a week left. Joe Girardi at least go a little bit longer, and they'll see more innings heading into the 2022 season, which starts week from tomorrow. Hard to believe. I cannot wait for that. That is just going to be so exciting. Brad Hand also with a nice clean inning today, striking out 1, and also Jersey Familia. I mean, he after a couple of rough appearances since joining the Phillies, he settled down. Also pitching a nice solid inning today, striking out 2. So the sinker actually doesn't look as bad as they thought, right? But there have been times, there's going to be times where it's going to look absolutely terrible. When the sinker's on, he's on. And there's no question about that. Cam Bedrosian looked unbelievable as he gets to save this afternoon. This a great 1-2-3 top of the 9th inning, striking out 2. So just great, man. Solid win today against the New York Yankees at Baycare Ballpark in Clearwater, Florida. So it's nice to see 2 games back to back on TV. It was just great to see that. It's about time. It's about time. And unfortunately, we won't be able to even hear the Phillies on the radio tomorrow. I mean, of course, we're not going to watch them because they're on the road playing the Baltimore Orioles. We can't even listen to them on the radio. So that's very, very disappointing unless you pay for the subscription with MLB.com, which I do not have. It's very disappointing, right? You can't even listen to it on the radio sometimes when they're on the road. But the next time we'll be seeing the Phillies on TV is Sunday. So another 3 days. But that's okay. We're about a week away from having every single game on TV. And not only every single game is going to be on TV, every single game will matter. Every single game will matter because these games don't matter. I want to get excited to win, but the games don't mean anything. But one good thing you can take out of these spring training games is the young players. As they talk about Bryson Scott, he's lighting it up, ladies and gentlemen. He's lighting it up. I mean, this is a guy, hitting over 500. He's hitting 550. He just is red hot. It definitely gives me a lot of peace of mind knowing that Zach Eflin looks healthy and is healthy heading into the 2022 season, because there was definitely some uncertainty. He's not out of the woods just yet, but what we saw today was a huge, huge step forward, and it looked very, very promising. It looked very, very promising as we take on the Baltimore Orioles tomorrow at 1:05 as Ranger Suarez will make his spring debut. So we got 3 days in a row. We got these guys making their debuts, which is going to be great. So he makes his spring debut tomorrow against Jordan Lyles of the Baltimore Orioles. 1:05 the first pitch at Ed Smith Stadium, and then on Saturday, Mr. Zach Wheeler, a Cy Young finalist of last year, will make his spring debut in Dunedin at TD Ballpark against the Toronto Blue Jays. As Beers will be on the mound for Toronto. So we got Eflin, Suarez, and Wheeler, making their debuts, all in consecutive order. So Eflin looked great today. Hopefully Ranger will look great tomorrow. That's all I care about. I just want him to look good. But it's definitely going to be a bummer that we can't watch any of these games. It's just so annoying. But we don't have much left of it, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, today would have been opening day against the Houston Astros. Who cares? We got it next Friday against the Oakland A's. But I am definitely excited. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please don't engage the bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media. Link in the description section at Phillies Media, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at Media. Call or text 267-225-3392. Email me, philliesmedia@gmail.com. So guys, thanks so much for watching. 1-5 against the Orioles tomorrow. Ranger Suarez spring debut. I am Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go, Phillies. I'll see you guys.